fancy, isn't it? As you can see, I've dressed for the occasion. Here at Mere Court Hotel in the heart of Cheshire, I am so lucky to have been invited by Dwayne and Dawn themselves, personally, I'll have you know, to the launch of their brand new CountyBrides magazine. And I'm going to be catching up with loads of award-winning businesses to find out just why our Northwest brides love the magazine so much. A brand new magazine. Can we take a breather now? Can you relax now?
For the printing, because we actually got it delivered at 1:30 this afternoon.
Okay.
So we're like 5 hours later.
That's cutting it fine. That is.
When we say it's hot off the press, it's hot off the press.
It literally is.
Yeah.
It warms. You sort of lay across them.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So what can we expect from tonight?
Well, basically, this is the first time that all the customers who advertise in the magazine actually see the magazine. So everybody gets together, they see the mag. There's lots of ideas, a lot of networking, some entertainment, and it's a fabulous evening.
It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. But I do have to ask you about all the hard work you've put into 2014 to 2015. Just how much did you manage to cram into that one short year?
We went to 222 wedding fairs. We had last year's TV show. We've organised a big show ourselves. We've had Etihad, we've got St George's Hall coming up. We've got 3 new websites coming along. There's loads going on.
Now I have managed to have a cheeky look at the brand new front cover, but before I can show you, let's take a behind the scenes, top secret peek at the shoot itself. There was dresses, there was flowers, there was shoes, there was even makeup. So, only one person who could really send for the job, Jonathan Nelson. But before we catch up with him, let's see what Dwayne's got to say.
This year, what we've done is we found a lovely location. Actually, it's somebody's house. So we've actually got their back garden, which is absolutely stunning. So we've decided to go for 3/4 different designs of the front cover shoot to see which one comes out best. So photography is going to be Adrian and Linda. We've got Jenny, who's done all the design work on props up at the barn. We've got a ruined barn in the shot as well. We've got Gail from Florentina Dawn doing the beautiful dresses. Duncan's doing the hair from Le Hairport, and we've got young Joanne from Absolutely Flawless doing the makeup.
It's my good fortune to be here with Joanne from Absolutely Flawless, and with all these lights around us, it's no secret why we're here. We're here to talk about makeup. Now, you did the makeup for the fantastic cover shoot of CountyBrides this year, but tell me about yourself first. Tell me about Absolutely Flawless. How long have you been doing this?
Well, we've been going about 15 years now. I started with a job with MAC, Bobbi Brown, Dior, Benefit.
All the big brands.
Yeah, and decided to go out alone and work for myself. And I've built up the business over the last 15 years, and now I have a full team of hair and makeup artists, and we service all the brides over the Northwest.
How did you get involved? Did Dwayne just call you up and say, I've got a couple of brides, I need you for the day? Did he give you a brief? How did that actually work?
We knew it was going to be out in the country, and so I was looking at vintage country styles of makeup. So first of all, we started with a nude look, which is a barefaced, flawless look for the skin, and then went on to a vintage style, which is about a strong lip and then a flick liner, and then we finished with a smoky look. It's quite sultry.
People who actually know about this are the people who are actually here today. They're not allowed to take any photographs. If they do, they're not allowed to release them until after the magazine launch in August, so it's always top secret.
So the initial idea for the wedding bouquets come from the dresses. We were given sketches of the dresses that Florentina Dawn, that Gail had created. There was a lot of colour involved, so it's sometimes easier to do neutral tones, and obviously we still wanted to keep the concept of a natural country vintage environment outdoors and beautiful, hand-picked flowers. So it was trying to find the best of both worlds, working with the dresses and working with the theme. So the first dress was quite pretty and quite colourful, and it was made in quite floaty fabric, and there was quite a lot involved in that dress, so we needed to not overdo the flowers. And using the lovely outdoor theme, we went for something quite hand-picked, as if she just literally picked them myself and put them together, flowers picked from the garden. And then the second bouquet was more of a neutral design and just literally was made with roses and some nice foliage that complemented them.
It's going very well at the moment. We've done one location with the barn, with 2 dresses, 2 models, and lots of variety. So there's a lot to choose from. I'm excited about the last shot I just done On the hill with depth of focus with the background disappearing. That's one of my favourites so far.
Exciting news. Location number 2, 1936 Rolls-Royce from Averill's Vintage Wedding Cars. Splendid.
We did another shoot down near the lake. We had to change a little bit because other props were included from other companies like a car, so the theme kind of changed, and not necessarily did I need the same background. Every time we changed locations, I had to change my ideas and switch things around a little bit.
Wedding days are quite pressurised because obviously it's their big day. However, with a photo shoot, it is immense pressure because when you're looking at the makeup on camera, it's every attention to detail. It's your work, it's your creativity that people are going to be seeing, so it's got to be right at the end of the day.
So I've just stolen Chris from inside of the magazine launch. I apologise for bringing you outside. It's just beautiful, idyllic scenario here. But I just had to ask you about your fantastic company. So how did you get started? Tell me a little bit about the company.
We're a family-run company. We've been around now for 12 years in Audley Edge. We're just actually on the verge of refitting and repolishing again for hopefully another successful 12. This is our 4th wedding award now that we've won, so we're absolutely taken aback. We're overwhelmed really by the support from our brides, and yeah, it's been an amazing run of success for us. I'm getting married myself in just a couple of weeks' time now, which is very exciting. And I've got here my wedding rings and my bride-to-be's wedding ring as well. Bespoke can be very scary for a lot of people, and having something that doesn't yet exist, certainly seeing how this one has turned out, I'm extremely pleased with how it's worked, and it's a good testament to the process. Admittedly, I had a head start. Obviously, the engagement ring that I did for my partner, I already had a good working knowledge of what I wanted to sit with it when I designed this. So it came to an idea of seeing really what's going to complement it well, what's actually going to sit with it well. Most engagement rings are not designed with the next ring in mind. This, I had a very clear idea of what I wanted to do with it and how I wanted to inset it into the existing ring. With the little notches and the curves, which you can see with the finished piece, fits in really nicely. It's always very satisfying to see, obviously, when something strikes a chord with the customer at the end of the whole process. So yeah, it was a really wonderful feeling, especially with it being obviously personally for myself as well, between me and Lindsay. I think it was a really touching moment. This particular ring that I've chosen for myself, it's very much a more traditional band, and in fairness, it's what I personally wanted. I didn't want something that was, I suppose, more design oriented. I didn't want anything that was particularly flashy for myself. I prefer a more traditional look and feel about it, but I have got a real fondness for the rose gold. I think it's a beautiful warm tone to the skin, really captured my eye when we first started working with it. So though I've poured through an awful lot of designs, it was still a very traditional band that I went with in the end.
Tell me a little bit about your fantastic hotel. What has it got to offer?
Here at Mayor Court, we've got 34 executive bedrooms, and we also have the conservatory, where obviously a lot of our weddings do take place. This year we have 130 weddings booked into the conservatory, and I think once the bride and groom do arrive here at the hotel and see the venue, they fall in love with it straight away.
And the winner is... Love it here. The Mayor Court Hotel!
You won the award this year. Now, I was wondering if you could tell me why you thought that brides keep coming back to you.
Well, it's the 3rd year running, so it's great to actually be able to get it for the 3rd year. I think the brides and grooms that do come back is probably a lot of word of mouth from sisters or relatives. We have a great team on site here who make sure that obviously we service all their needs. We are looking to hopefully secure that for the 4th year. But yeah, it's a great accolade for us to have here at this hotel.
I thought your awards last month were absolutely fantastic, but what did you think?
Every year we always pick a new area. So with it being the Port of Liverpool, we went with the RNLI. We raised nearly £3,000 for them as well. It's basically where the brides vote for their favourite suppliers, best hotels, best videographers, photographers, etc. So it gives that emphasis on the best of the best.